Hey friends, Rebecca here, and I'm going to come to you today with a CO2 laser project. Our local Hobby Lobby is starting to carry some wonderful materials for laser cutters, and so I'm going to see if this piece of wood will cut on this CO2 laser. So it's a brand called Woodpile. They also had some acrylic, but I'm going to try this wood first. It's a little bit thicker though. It's 4 millimeters, so I'm not sure if this older CO2 will be able to cut it successfully, but I've got my fingers crossed. It's a wonderful, beautiful piece of wood. It will take stain really well and look so pretty. So before I get it all fired up here, I got to get the girls out of the window so I can set up my vent. Anytime we open a window, they are right there. So let me figure out how to get them somewhere else, and then we'll get going. Alright, that was the first pass. I'll show you the settings I used. I'm using the brand new beta software for Xtool, and I'll show you the settings in a minute. But I'm going to run one more pass just to get a darker engrave and make sure that that cut through. Okay, it just finished pass 2, which it's interesting. The engraving doesn't look much darker at all, but it's so crisp and clean on this nice hardwood. Not sure if it's cut all the way through, but I'm going to check it, and if not, do it another pass. Yeah, I don't think it's anywhere close to being cut through, so I'm going to show you. I'm using the brand new beta version of the Xtool Creative Space, and I just used a default shape of this oval and added a circle, and then I'm using one of their built-in images of the rose. So it defaulted. I told it I had a 4 millimeter pine, I believe is what it defaulted to, and so it's using 95% power for the cut. I'm gonna see if I can play around with that and bump it up, but I'm afraid I just moved the oval, so I'm gonna undo, make sure that that goes back where it was, and then see if I can't bump that power back up, and then I will probably gray out the engraving rows and then just run the cut several more times. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to hide the output, turn the output off for the rows, and then for the outline I've just bumped it up to 100% power and down to a speed of about 5, cut 2 times, so I'm going to go see what that does. Alright, I ended up adding about 4 more passes, so six total passes at 100%, and then the 2 previous ones that were at like 95. But I think that did the trick. I noticed the little circle did pop out, and this feels loose. So here we go. There we go. Awesome. I did notice that this board was not perfectly flat. I don't know, that may have had something to do with it, but again, I think for cutting small parts, it will work. I will need to sand that. That looks a little bit too jagged, and it's a little burnt on the front, but hopefully some of that will come off. Yeah, that's not going to work for a jump ring. So I'm going to have to end up moving that circle down further, you know, if I stick with this design. But this was just a quick test. I think the engraving looks great on that maple MDF 4 millimeter from Hobby Lobby. And then this will take some stain, or even like watercolor, I think would look very nice on this. So I may test that, just since this is not going to work for a necklace now, unless somehow I can patch that. Maybe wrap it with some silver wire or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, a fun experiment nonetheless. Thanks for watching.